What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? It's 9 a.m. Tuesday, and I'm here live with you guys, and just really appreciating the love, appreciating the support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. We are growing, and we're gonna continue to pour into you guys. Like I said, this is fulfillment for me, and that it fulfills me to pour into you. And I pray and hope that me pouring into you gets you to where you want to be in your business aspect in your life or in whatever I talk about. I hope it touches you in some way and resonates with you in some way that can change your life. So today is going to be a continuation of yesterday because yesterday we had some technical difficulties. So today I'm just gonna I worked out the kinks and seeing what was going on, and I believe my computer has some water damage. So I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna go through this audit. I'm gonna continue. I was talking about yesterday about the audit for the business that I ran. So I'm gonna give you a brief, recap, and then we're gonna get into it. So let's go. All right, that's my intro until I get one. I got an intro though. I got one working on. What's going on, man? I miss you guys. Really, I really do. I love being here, and I hope you love being here as well. But so yesterday, I was telling you about how I met this guy named Pastor Vincent Campbell, which great guy, great pastor, and he has a beautiful church, a beautiful congregation. All the people are very happy. So I told him, I said, you know what, this could be huge, brother. This could be huge. It's just a couple tweaks here, a couple tweaks here, right? And I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an audit of your business, right? And instead of me doing this audit of the business behind it, like without the camera, I said, this is a chance to kind of bring you guys into my world and do an audit of the business live with you guys, right? So I did everything now. So it takes like, 10 minutes to run a research, a deep dive research. So, I didn't want the call to be so long. I wanted you guys to get the information, understand how to audit a business. And this is I'm gonna take you through a couple tiers, right? And you can keep going deeper and pulling back layers, right? But I'm gonna if you seen a bit, you can do this for your own business. Literally, do this for your own business as well. But if you are a consultant and you're working with businesses, this is something this is the first thing I would do, right? And because it's not taking a lot of your time because we have AI. This is something you can offer for people for free. I offer this for free, right? If you don't want to do this for yourself, you can go to my link in my bio on Instagram, and I literally do it for you for free, right? So this is something you could do for free. And and if you want to get even deeper in it, I have a class in the business engine. What is the business engine? The business engine is my community that I give mentorship, and I give weekly classes, I give resources, and I have about 40 something classes already that are giving you frameworks that actually I've used to build Earn Your Leisure, EY University, InvestFest. There's an array of a bunch of different classes that I've put up already, and they're frameworks that you can literally take and apply it to your business. So you can go into the business engine. If you're not a member, join today. You know what I'm saying? It's a monthly membership right now, and you can use the coupon code YouTube, 70% off. So it's a win-win. But like I said, I got a couple of, I go deeper in it on the business engine, but this is like something you can literally use and have a lead magnet for your business, right? Because some people just don't know what to do for their business, right? They're doing something, they're doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this, and it's just not working, right? And they don't understand why it's not working. And this is why an audit's important, because the audit is I'm gonna show you how to compare it to people that are working. I'm gonna show you how to get what you're doing right, what you're not doing right, and the things that you could be doing better, and taking things from other people that are working and applying it to your business. So I'm gonna go through this, and then we're gonna just get it popping. All right. So the first things first, right? You want to gather all the information from the person. So the person we're going to be doing today is Pastor Vincent Campbell, and his church name is the Faith Center up in Tucker. So if you're in Georgia, you might want to go give my man a try because he is teaching on that in that pulpit. He is teaching because he got his vibe board. He's writing down. He's going through slides. He's changing the way we go to church because he's preaching but teaching in the same sentence, right? And he gives, he takes the word from the text and applies it to our life. So dope what he's doing over there. So if you're not a member or if you haven't been, you definitely want to go check it out. So now you got and when I say you get everything, you get the website, you get his LinkedIn, you get his Instagram, you get his YouTube. Now Instagram is funny because in Manage, that one of the tools we're going to use today, you have to take screenshots of all the different posts, like the top 12 posts, take screenshots, the last 12 posts, take screenshots, and then take a screenshot of the entire Instagram profile page. That's what you're gonna wanna do with Instagram, and then you upload those as well. And I'll show you, I'm gonna break you down the whole process. But everything else, you just get the links because Manus can actually get into it. Instagram stops like the AIs from getting into the website. So you have to take the screenshots. You have to log in yourself, take screenshots or whatever. But so this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna go to Manus, right? Now that we got all the information, right? Let me share my screen. Okay, so we're in Manus, right? And what we're gonna do is we're going to put this prompt. I want to do an audit on a company. I want to do an audit on a company and church and pastor. The name of the church is the Faith Center, and the name of the pastor is Pastor Vincent Campbell. The website is the Faith Center. And boom, boom, boom. Give all the links that you possibly have. I gave Twitter, I gave Facebook, I gave YouTube. Can you do a deep dive into this church and tell me what you see that can be improved to get more people engaged with this brand and what needs to be taken away? Can you also do research on the Pastor Vincent Campbell and give me information on him and how we can improve his brand? Boom. Understood. It goes through, it literally, and I think it tells you how long it took. Yeah, it usually tells you how long it went through this, and this was like 10 minutes. All right. I have gathered all the data I need now, writing the full comprehensive audit report. This will be a detailed professional document covering everything. All right. And then here it goes. This is at a glance, right? Findings at a glance. Critical, the blog page shows no results. This is the website. Critical, homepage hero section is blank. Critical. This is stuff that you have to change right now. Like, this is why it's important. Like, I don't have to go through every single site, every single web page or every single asset. I have this do it, right? So my brain is going to be the last part of this audit, right? I want you to get all the things that you can identify right away out the way. Like, I don't have to go to the website now and notice that your homepage isn't working. Hi, no new here or playing your visit section for the first, like, is probably not working. Hi, no embedded Google map, no email newsletter sign up. The give page is a genuine strength. Multiple giving options, including crypto and text to give. Social media, 15,000 followers. Active but not engagement is low relative to follow count. YouTube, 12.2, 11 plus 100 videos. Great content library, but views. So this breaks down the whole thing, right? Now they also give you. Oh, and it tells you, right? Does it tell you the time over here? I could have sworn it told you the time. All right, so it gives you a document, right? And this is a 90-day document. Like, it gives you a plan for 90 days. Boom. And then this document, I'm going to download now because we're working with the first tier. It gives you a complete document. Now, this is very important. I said this yesterday during the class. I said, when you're working with a client, you want to ask them how do they receive information? Do they receive information visually, or do they receive information via text? Like are they readers? Are they readers or are they visual readers, right? I'm a visual reader. You got to give me something with some graphics and some things on it. But other people like all this text. So depending on what your client needs, like you got to meet them where they are, right? Like meet them where they're going, or how meet them on the destiny on the road that they're on, right? If you try to meet them in Florida and you up in New York, it's a gap. So we want to close that gap. And closing that gap is if they like to visually look at things and give them the information, then give them it like that. That's them. So Vincent wants it visually, right? So I'm making it visually. So I can't just give him this. But this is just the first tier, right? We're gonna go up the ladder, right? We're gonna go up the ladder, right? So let's go up the ladder. Let's X this out. So I said, perfect. I love it. I love what you gave me so far, right? Let's go back onto, let's bring back the screen. Oh wait, my bad. Shout out to Fraz and Dale, man. Consistency is key. Go get your shirts, your hoodies, all that right now. I don't know the website. Fraz, can you put the website in here? I know you here, baby, and But yeah, my bad. I meant to shout y'all out. I was wearing it today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, stack. What is it? It says Black Wealth Collective. That's what the website is. But it's stack and repeat, something like that. Yeah, it's on the back. Dope shirt, dope brand. Up in Canada, my Canada brothers. All right, let's bring it back to the screen. All right, so I got that. Put a yes in the chat if y'all with me. Put a yes in the chat. I want to see, if y'all with me. Put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. I got to make sure y'all with me. I don't want to lose y'all. All right. So I did that, right? The thing is, it didn't have the Instagram. And he has 2 Instagrams I took. I should have taken the Faith Church Instagram. I didn't take that one. But he has 2 personal Instagrams, right? So I said, can you add these into the report? This is his 2 personal Instagram accounts. Can you also include this into the audit, right? So I took screenshots of all his posts. Like, I'm gonna show you what I mean if it could load. So I took a screenshot of the post, right? So it can see the caption and it sees what's visually on the video. And I also took an image of this. This is very important too. An image of the profile page so they could see what's in the profile and whatnot, right? So they could see all of this and see this, how many followers and whatnot, right? Cool. Got it. I'm reviewing 18 screenshots. It sees what we put in, it reads it, and then it adds it into the audit. So that's the next level, right? Adding Instagram into your audit. Instagram is a vital asset that people use, and it helps you grow your brand. So you have to have the data from Instagram. Now, if you have the ability to get the analytics, then you want to take pictures of that and upload that as well. I don't have that yet. This is just like the first level of an audit. So this is gonna get him like, oh, whoa, damn, you did all of this, and you're gonna see the finished product. The finished product's gonna feel like it took forever to get all this information. So if he sees this video, he's gonna know it didn't take that long. But it's been about 7 days since I told him I was gonna send it, so I'm gathering all this information. Now with AI, you don't have to take forever. So this gives the whole report, and it added Instagram into the finding, right? So boom. So now we got Instagram. So because we got Instagram, we got a full audit report, right? The only thing now we need is we need to see who in his industry, who in his realm is doing great, right? And because I know a couple of pastors already that are doing great, I easily was able to just implement a few other people. But just say that I didn't know, right? You want to, ask ChatGPT who, if in the faith space, right? Who in the faith space in America, just do America, don't just do Atlanta or whatnot, do in America, who is the top black pastors in America, right? And top black churches, right? And it'll do the research and give me like the top black. Now I got some data, I got the information, but I knew 3 people that I really like, that I go to their church as well, I support them as well. I just mentioned them. Well, I've never been to TD Jakes, but Darius Daniels and Philip Anthony Mitchell, I love them guys, man. Them guys are some great pastors too. And they got a great church. They got great situations going on over there. And I feel like Pastor Vincent Campbell has exactly what they have. Like he should be bringing that over to his church. So what did I do? I gave all the different assets. I didn't give the Instagram because that was a whole nother thing. Like I'm trying to make this like as seamless as possible for you. But if this is a client of yours, you want to do the Instagram too, because you want to compare how they post versus how you post, right? So I asked them, can you look at these other pastors and churches and grab ideas from them that would work with the Faith Center and Pastor Campbell, right? And I give them all the different links, right? Look what it says. Great idea. I'll do a deep dive into these churches and pastors. Boom. It did it. Boom, boom, boom. It came up with a whole thing. What to steal from each ministry. I don't like that word. We're not stealing. We just building. But it kind of gives you an idea of everything that it's doing and is working, right? So now it knows in his realm, this is the cool thing. In his realm, it knows what's working, right? Because what they're doing, it's working. So now we can get an idea what's going to work for him, right? So it gives me a competitive analysis, right? So now that's why this man is there. And this don't take like 2 seconds. This ain't like ChatGPT. It's literally searching the whole entire web. And it gave me the whole entire competitive analysis, right? So boom. And like if you see it, this is all the things that it's searching. Like this is it's working, right? It's working. All right. The thing was, I didn't put Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, I didn't put him in. So I said, can you do a deep dive on Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell as well? That wasn't in the report. So I had to add that in there. Now, the difference between like a Darius and a TD Jakes, that they have like a big personal brand, where Philip Anthony Mitchell, his big personal brand is 2819. And that's why Manus didn't really kind of pull it apart. Like Darius is separated from Change Church, right? TD Jakes is separate from the Plotter House. They're separate. There's 2 different brands. With 2019, it's almost like Philip Anthony Mitchell hasn't created his a separate brand. He infuses both of them, so it kind of collaborated. But he has big awareness. People love Philip Anthony Mitchell. Like he is on fire. His way he speaks and preaches is so genuine that he resonates and has that burning sensation inside your body when he speaks, because you can really feel his emotions. You can feel his strength, his power, his obedience to God. Like you can feel it. Like he goes by the text. Very important. A lot of these pastors don't go by the text. And he makes sure that if you don't believe him, read it yourself. He says it, read. He should have a t-shirt called "Read" with him pointing, read, because he's good at that. Because he's like, don't believe me, believe the Bible, and he's true to that. But so I get that, right? Boom. I said, take a deeper dive and report on him. So I'll do a deep dive, pass him. It does a whole report on him. And who is Philip Anthony Mitchell? It gets all his information and pulls it up. What's Pastor Campbell doing right? What's Pastor Campbell doing wrong? And it puts a report, right? And I put here on my last one. I put it in Campbell and doing wrong and where he can improve and using the pastor and church, and we added to the report. So now I continued the report. I wanted the report to not be separated. I didn't want to make a different report. I wanted this report to be all in one, right? So the last prompt was put all of this that you gathered and add Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, add him, and put him in the report. So now I got a full report. And this is comparing, everybody is saying what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong, What could he change? What could he do better? It literally breaks down everything, right? And it gives me a phase on how to break it down, you know? Now, if they're a person that likes to read, this you can hand this over to them just like this. But if Pastor Vincent Campbell likes visual. So we go to the next step. And the next step is going to be Notebook LM, my favorite. So I took that final report, I put it in here. What I will do though is I'm gonna do this after the call. I'm gonna put all the reports in there, and I'm gonna make them all sources. And the way to do that is just add source, and make sure this check box is checked. Make sure this box is checked before you do what you do. But you add all the reports. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to see that. And it gave me identify what was in the report. And then I went to slide deck, right? Let me see if I can get the prompt. View custom prompt. Can you make a presentation to present to my client, Pastor Vincent Campbell, showing him how he can improve his brand, his church, and grow his following on all the media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and more. Boom. And it created me this post. The Blueprint for a Global Digital Ministry, a strategic playbook for Pastor Vincent Campbell, right? And it took that document that we just seen, and made it into something tangible that he can visually see, read, and touch, right? Because if you meet him in person, you printing this out and putting the whole presentation, right? And he can look at it and kind of get an idea of where he needs to go, what he's doing wrong, what he's doing right, and where he needs to go to build his business. And this is a complete, first tier audit of his business, right? Even a 90-day turnaround, right? It gives you day by day foundation. It gives you the content consistency, everything. It's telling it that you shouldn't be using two different brands. And it breaks down everything, gives him his whole format. And it's become like I've been doing this with businesses for like the past 6 months to a year. I've been doing it. I didn't add the Notebook LM until I started using it, and I didn't add Manus until a few months ago. I was just using ChatGPT. But I mean, now that I got more tools to play with, it's just amazing, right? So what I would do too now, the next thing I could do is I'll take it to ChatGPT and kind of say, yo, do you see anything in here that could be improved? How can I build this church? How can I build this pastor? I want to build the brands. I want to get more people engaged into it. I want to get more people coming every Sunday. Can you give me some ideas? I will put it into ChatGPT, right? And then I would go to his YouTube, his Instagram, and do a word vomit. This is the next step. I would do a word vomit and say directly what I think could be improved, right? I would say, I think the thumbnails could be improved. I think this post was good. This post was good. He did this. I would explain, like just in a word vomit, just recording, and I would put that into the report. And then that would be the next tier of the audit. And that would be like the final phase of the audit. And the next thing will be a plan to execute on it, how we're going to execute on our findings, right? And that's literally how you audit any business. And I think if your homework is to do this with your brand today. I want you to do exactly what I did for Vincent Campbell, Pastor Vincent Campbell, exactly what I did for him. I want you to do that for your brand today. And I want you to send me what you got. So my email is michael@michaeljmcdonald.com. michael@michaeljmcdonald.com. I want you to email me your audit because I'm going to go through it too, and I might find something as well. So, that you didn't see, or that ChatGPT or Manus or none of the AI seen. And I want you guys to do it. I think it's dope. So michael@michaeljmcdonald, MACDONALD.com. Oh man, this was a high level class, man. This is high level. I gave you some real stuff that you can literally take right now and use it for your brand, for your business, for other people right now. Lock in with your boy. It's Teaching Tuesdays. Let's go. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Wednesday. Listen, if you pick something up in this class, put it in the chat. Let me see it in the chat. If you pick something up in this class, put it in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's continue to build. Let's continue to grow. Tell a friend to tell a friend so they could be friends and we can be friends and we can grow and build out this business together. The business engine is out.